So it is a harsh reality for workers in all types of businesses. Companies forcing employees to do more with less. So how do you minimize stress and avoid burnout in all of this? Well, career expert and author of the book, Never Check Email in the Morning. I kind of like that. Julie Morgenstern joins us now live from New York. We'll get to that in just a minute. But first of all, a lot of people taking on some extra workload. Is there anything that they can do to really get through these tough times and not lose their job because they're stressed out?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, fear is one of the biggest obstacles when the workplace is shifting so dramatically. So managers for sure have to address the fear in their remaining employees and provide really clear guidance in where everybody should spend their time in order to ensure the most security they can possibly drum up. And focus is a very important thing. I think managers have to define the revenue line for each and every one of their employees. Where do I want you spending your time on if nothing else gets done? So if you give your employees and yourself very clear priorities, it quells the fear and gives everybody something to truly focus on.
All right, so that's good for managers, but I'm an employee. My colleague just got fired. I'm having to do his job and my job. What do I need to do to get through it?
You need to plan daily. You need to really develop this sort of perspective that at the end of every day you have to look at your workload for tomorrow plus 2 days beyond that and filter it down to just what is most critical if nothing else gets done. I have this technique called the 4 Ds.
Yeah, I want to get to that because number one in that technique is delete. I kind of like that, but I'm afraid that I delete too much. So what should we delete?
Well, you should delete anything that it really, when push comes to shove, nothing is good. Nobody's going to get hurt if it doesn't get done. We can't afford to spend time on anything that's not really critical to the revenue line of the business.
So like all those emails in my mailbox that, you know, it really doesn't pertain to me. I'm just on that big list and I'm getting one of those emails. Just delete all that.
Yeah, delete that. You want to delete that. You want to delete anything that's not the best use of your time right now. And you can also, if you have a really daunting workload for the day, delay anything that can be done better at another time when you have more information, when you can get it done more quickly.
And there's a big difference between that and procrastination. Another one is to delegate, right? So make sure that you're not taking it all on yourself when someone else can be helping you.
Right. And when you have a smaller work team, you should really get together as a group and talk about what everybody's strengths are. Because you have to redivide the workload, and you should do it according to strength, because some people are quicker at certain tasks than others. And that's a way for a team to get through this crisis.
And the last one is diminish. What do you mean by that?
Well, diminish is really about doing whatever you need to do in a less perfectionistic way.
That's hard.
It is
Especially
very
when you're trying
hard.
to keep your job and you want to show your boss that I can tackle all this, I can handle the extra workload, and I can do it to perfection.
Yeah, well, perfection is important. You want selective perfectionism. You want to be perfect when it comes to delivering to your clients, to your customers. But, you know, the internal memo doesn't have to be perfect anymore, and you have to be able to turn the perfectionism on and off appropriately.
All right, Julie Morgenstern, thanks so much for your time today. I do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And so with that, Richard, I'm going to delegate, and you can have